Bonjour, everyone, and today this is going to be Dr. Stone, chapter 140, Science Journey. All right, let's see what's up. All right, so we got a nice little color spread for the title page anyway, and it looks pretty dope actually. And I didn't know that Suka, the little girl, her helmet is green. I was assuming it's red like a like a tomato or something. All right, so in the Middle Ages, the fiercest warriors who ruled the northern seas were Vikings. So well, we're talking about Vikings. Why are we talking about Vikings? Let's see. For this skit. All right, they're explaining marine time navigation. Oh, okay. So she kind of read what I was going to say, like, what's with this skit anyway? With the shockingly advanced navigational skills, the Viking reached North America 500 years before Columbus. Oh, wow. I didn't know that, to be honest. That's quite impressive. Incredible. How did they do it back then? All right, those Vikings must have cheated. How'd they manage to sail so fast if they had signs to guide them? The only guidepost at sea is the sun. Our most mysterious is like the Vikings knew where the sun was even on a cloudy day. So I've learned something new about the Vikings. All right. And the Vikings over there seem to have created something crazy. You're right. I'm not sure, but I had a feeling he made something a crazily creative tool, something almost magical. Yes, the Vikings basically used magical items, and one of them was a rock that revealed the sun's position at all time. The Sunstone. What is the Sunstone? I've never heard of the Sunstone. The legends make it sound like magic anyway. Figures out one of the positions on the open sea was ridiculously difficult back then. It's tough, and you're saying we've got to take the toughest route of them all. Yeah, shouldn't be a problem for us thanks to science and the professional GPS. We'll know where we are at all times. That makes sense in theory, but does GPS function in this stone world? By coordinating with Japan, speaking of which, Ri and the gang should be sending their regular scheduled messages any minute now. Oh wow, look at that. They've got a massive tower now. So wow, so many hourglasses. Wow. So I want to say in the village, things are definitely picked up in terms of technological advance. Look at this. They've got this timing system going on here. So with the sundial and the hourglasses, we can give the crew on the ship an accurate reading of what time it is in Japan. A message Rui's true feeling for someone sent across the sea. Still no way you're talking about it. Uh, we're too far away for a full blown conversation. This time, report just barely makes it to us via a short signal wave. And once we know what time, we can start counting to keep it accurate to the second. I nearly forgotten we have a human clock here, dear Senku. How does he know the time? Tell us where the ship is. Suika doesn't get it all. Never fear, you're in the same boat as grown up modern timers. Oh, so it's kind of funny that Senku is the one. Senku is the one who's keeping track of time, because he's that much of a genius. The sun's at its zenith, and it's exactly noon where we are. The difference with Japan gives us longitude, and the sun's position gives us latitude. Doing it all analog like this is basically manpower GPS. Uh, I don't get the technical stuff, but I got that part. Now we know longitude and latitude. We know our exact position. All right, so 30 days to US. All right, so there's still a long time before we even get there. But it's kind of cool how they're using this very analog type GPS, which is literally sending, you know, and Senko keep track of the time. All right, so seeing the sun is enough to tell everyone we got to go. As long as the nice weather keeps up, it'll be smooth sailing to the US. And why did Senku say that? Because it's going to be really bad weather. And oh my goodness, this paneling is quite funny actually. So everyone looks kind of funny in this panel. I don't know what that style of drawing is, but they've all got big lips and like weird looking eyes. But as you can tell, the weather is obviously getting a bit bad. You had to say it, dear Senku. It's almost as if you were born, you assigned full stats to intelligence, willpower, and zero to luck. That is pretty true. The sun's not shining through the mist. So that's for today. We have to rely on our captain's intuition. If this storm lasts a few days, we're gonna be at a major time loss. Without the sun, our boat's kind of lost at sea. If only we had that sunstone from the story about the Vikings. Here, I've got this from the Skarn, the treasure trove of naturally formed minerals. It's a stone I've never seen before. Can you carve it down to a perfect prism with your gorilla power, Kokaku? That's kind of funny. He said that, and then he's got this massive lump on his head. You think there might be a pretty jewel inside? I'd be happy to help as long as you send it to Re. Mm. It's kind of pretty, but it looks like a whitish rock. That's what I thought at first too, but it's transparent when I look through it. There's two of you, and but split off from each other. Hmm. So is this the sunstone? Okay, there's something inside interesting. Might be I can okay. So this Chrome, that's how a scientist lives his life. I think Chrome is onto something. Here's there are two of you on that mark I made on the other side, and the sun's way over there. So if it's cloudy, we can't see the light at all, right? But gotta say, point where the sun should be and the angle. There, bingo. The two marks are the same brightness. You mean wherever the stone points, that's where the sun is. It doesn't matter if we can see it or not. Okay, sunstone. Ah, cellulite. The natural prism splits rays into two lights, and when they shine equally, does that tell us the direction the sun is? So, generally speaking, I've heard of cellulite before. Investigations of sunken Viking ships have revealed surprising amounts of cellulite. Why would the Vikings take so much of the stuff with them? It almost seems like a mystery. Though we can't say for certain, it seems like there's no mere magic legend. They really did use sunstones. And 4,000 years later, just like the Vikings once did, we shall chart on course for North America with the same unshakable power of science. Okay, well, I quite like this parallel panel with them, with their ship and the Vikings doing the exact same thing. I'm not a sorcerer anymore. What we're going to make next with science? So that's quite interesting what a sunstone is. So I'm guessing in these kind of harsh conditions, they can always know where the direction of the sun is using that thing. So that's pretty clever device indeed. And yeah, the oh my goodness, the storm looks incredible. I gotta say, these panels of the sea looks incredible, and I just love the way he draws. And I gotta say, they're braving the front right now. And looks like they've passed. But what is this massive rock that they're just going by? Wait, is that a rock or what is that? It looks like a massive rock. And there's also a whale as well. Oh, my god, the sea wheels. Those things are massive. Wow. They've seen so many, but it's kind of troublesome if they see whales. Uh, they could have capsized them. All right, so land ahoy. So it looks like it's the American content. So we made it. Oh wow, 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 wow. I didn't expect them to reach America so soon because they said 30 days. So I thought we were going to take our time on sea, but no, we're there. We're literally there in 30 days lasted literally a chapter. Wow, the pacing is amazing. So this is a good chapter indeed because I didn't really want them to be stuck at sea for too long. So I want to say I enjoyed this chapter quite a bit because it was quite informative with the whole how about the Vikings use sunstone, and I learned a few things from that as well, and I also liked how this is the final chapter of them on the journey to US. So it was short and snappy the journey. I mean, it took them like 40 days, 30 days, but I'm glad that we didn't focus too long on it. So that was pretty cool, and I gotta say and the comedy in this chapter was pretty good as well, and spot on indeed. I definitely enjoyed it quite a bit, and yeah, it was quite light-hearted in a sense. And we also saw whales, so that was pretty cool as well. But I got to say, yeah, this chapter was pretty good, and I'm looking forward to the next one.